Welcome everybody. I'm here to talk about the buffs for my personal favorite of the four Musketeers, Cobalion. But before I get into that, I want to have a quick disclaimer that this is not your average run-of-the-mill ROM hack. So if you just happen to be clicking on this video, definitely make sure you check out the description below because I have made buffs and changes to 600 plus moves in this hack. And I'm not over-exaggerating when I say that. It's super important that you check out what all these moves do now because the vast majority of moves are changed in some way, and that again drastically affects the way that the Pokemon will function. And I don't have time to get into every single one in this video. So with that being said, Cobalion, great abilities. All four of the Musketeers will share the ability Proficiency, which functions like Beast Boost. Depending on which of the four you have, you can actually boost multiple stats. So for example, Cobalion, its attack, defense, and speed are very close to one another, so you can easily, with a little bit of a tweak of EVs and IVs, well, your IVs are not customizable in game until the end game, and once you beat the game, then you can use the battle caps for post game. But proficiency is still great because you have infinite EV training items, and you can just, oh, I want a speed boost for this fight. All right, let's run this many speed EVs, this many attack EVs. I want an attack boost for this fight, for this boss fight. Okay, now I'm going to run this many attack EVs and this many speed EVs. It's very easy to customize them instantly with the new items I've introduced. You also have access to an infinite use ability capsule, so you can switch between Proficiency, which is a very offensive ability, and Intimidate, which is an extremely fitting ability for Cobalion. It's so perfect for him. I love it. If you read the Pokedex, it talks about it's glare. Oh, I should have given him glare actually. Put that at level 1, doesn't matter. That's a really nice move. Fortify is reliable recovery, by the way. Fortify is steel type recover, so yeah, that's super nice. And Glare is buffed to paralyze and drop attack and special attack by 1, so that's a really nice move. And he also has Battle Cry, which drops the opponent's attack stats by 2, and he has Parting Shot, which is of course drops their attacking stats and also swaps you out. So those are all great utility moves for Cobalion to take advantage of. He's got the reliable recovery, he's got that Intimidate, and he's got those stat dropping moves, which you can easily abuse to just go to town and be this really bulky wall. So despite that -10 defense right there, I only did that because number 1, I wanted more attack and speed, and number 2, to give him a little bit more SPDF as well, because Intimidate means his physical defense is so much higher than it used to be. It's 119 times 1.3 after 1 Intimidate drop, and that's not the base stat, by the way, that's the actual numerical stat. So his defense is well over base, like 160 if I had to guess off the top of my head, with Intimidate active. However, keep in mind that crit moves will bypass Intimidate drops, and there's a lot of those crit moves in this hack. For example, Sacred Sword always crits, that is 98 base power overall with the crit included. So that's a really strong move. That works great with Superpower as well. Superpower drops your attack stat by 2, and that's 150 base power. So you can click Superpower, then you can spam Sacred Sword and ignore the attack drop. Goes great with Proficiency as well, but he's such an awesome, I love him, really. He's my favorite of the 4. He's a cool ass design. Steel Fighting is a very good offensive and defensive type combo. Very useful resistances. Again, that Fortify is a really helpful tool for him to just stay healthy throughout the match. Obviously, this is balanced for in-game use. It's a ROM hack, so it's, you're supposed to be using this for boss fights in game against AI. None of these changes or buffs are at all intended for competitive play whatsoever. But in general, he's got great coverage moves, high horsepower, Megaton Kick for ground. You got First Impression, you got Wild Charge, Play Rough. You got powerful stab moves like Close Combat, Takedown, Sacred Sword, Superpower, Submission. You got all types of great stuff there. Skull Bash is pretty cool. Skull Bash gives you +1 attack, defense, and accuracy, and always crit. So that's a really strong move, that especially with like Power Herb or something. And you can use that with Proficiency and rack up some boosts super quick. He can run all types of. He can run an Assault Vest that if you really wanted to for certain boss fights to pivot in on a move and then U-turn out or Volt Switch out. It's kind of weird that he got Volt Switch before, but kept it just because I don't know. Maybe there's like a 4 times weak Pokemon one or something, I don't know. Usually U-turn's gonna be better, or Parting Shot is the most preferred option for in-game. Both of them are good though. Yeah, he's just got really solid coverage moves. Good setup, as always. He's got Swords Dance, Bulk Up, and Rock Polish, but you're not really going to be setting up too much in-game, although you can try to snowball with Proficiency. You just got to keep in mind that setup moves are nerfed in this hack. The PP is lower, and the climate is just a lot more hostile towards setup moves. There's a lot of priority phasing moves and stuff that will make setup a lot more difficult to pull off. But in general, Cobalion's still great. He's just a great utility Pokemon and a great offensive one. Fast, strong, and bulky. He's got it all. Yeah, honestly, I'm just going to leave the video off there. These legendary videos might be relatively short, at least Musketeers, because there's not too much to talk about. I could talk in more detail about some other stuff, but I'm not even going to bother. Like Skirmish is pretty cool, always drops attack and special attack, and that's also a damaging move, so that's really fun. Finishing Blow plus Proficiency is cool. You can get +3 attack when you knock something out with Finishing Blow, and then you can get another +1 speed or +1 attack, depending on your EVs, or even +1 defense, but you're not going to be using the defense for finishing blow. A Calm Mind defense boosting set could be kind of funny, pretty garbage, but they could be kind of funny. Usually you're boosting attacker speed though, so yeah, that's about it. Mega Horn is really nice coverage as well. That is bug type close combat. First impressions very strong, lunge, all this good stuff. So I'm gonna leave the video off there. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll be back for the other Musketeers coming up. Peace, everybody. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, by the way. If you listen this far into the video and you're a new viewer, let me know in the description below, or comment section, excuse me. Let me know in the comments below. Peace, everyone.